welcome to Tabby Loves. I'm Tabitha, and I talk to you about the things that I love. Today, or I guess over the next 2 days, I want to live my life as if I am already an author, and that's going to entail me writing a lot, hopefully. I want to go about these next 2 days, my weekend, as if those are my normal working days as an author. I'll be starting out like, I woke up recently, kind of. I cheated a little bit because I did wake up and then played Sims for a little while. Because I was only going to do it over 1 day originally. But I think it's the perfect opportunity to do this over 2 days. 2 days worth of work, 2 days worth of progress. And I think it'd be kind of fun to take you guys with me. I know it's a little bit different than book content, but there's still gonna be some book content too, because I am going to be like doing other stuff besides writing, like reading and like just other stuff. But my main focus again is to just to pretend that I already have accomplished my dream. It's kind of a manifestation technique almost, but why not do it as a video too? I'm going to be starting out with doing my normal exercise. It's going to be an arms day. And then I'm going to shower, maybe make myself something to eat, and then we'll get started writing. I'll write for a little bit, I'll read for a little bit, we'll bounce around, we'll see what feels good. And you're coming with me. So anyway, let's get into it. Workout is done, so I'm going to go ahead and move into a shower. I did not record my full workout, by the way. I did more than just what I showed you, but I only showed you the parts that would have been interesting maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go shower now, and then I'll check back in with you after I shower and get dressed in real clothing. These are the shower products that I work with. This is my face cleanser. I have a body scrub that I do at least once a week. My shampoo and conditioner is the same, this like apple scented like one to help with like grow stronger or whatever, because my hair is kind of thin. And then I have this milk and honey suave body wash. And that's it for like the in-shower crew. And right now this is my facial moisturizer. Then this is my current lotion, and I usually pair it with this body oil that I put on top, and then I finish it off with this perfume, the strawberry cheesecake one from Bodycology. It's been my favorite scent, and I at one point wanted to do like a seasonal scent sort of thing, but turns out I can't afford to do that, so I'm just going to be using the strawberry cheesecake stuff until it runs out. So yeah, and it's probably going to be a while because I actually can't tell how full the oil is. It's like this full, so, and then like the perfume is also like this full. So I'm gonna have it for a while, but that is what I'm currently working with. Ignore this one, that one's my boyfriend's lotion. Here is the little fit for today since it's snowing. I've got this necklace, I got simple earrings, this cute little flower bracelet to bring in some spring in the middle of the snowstorm, but I'm wearing a sweater because it's cold. And then, of course, finishing it off with these pants with these, like, art on it. But yeah, that's the fit. I heard before that, like, getting dressed helps with productivity and motivation and that kind of thing. I'm waiting for my hair to dry, and then I'll brush it. But I'm gonna go ahead and have something to eat real quick, and then we'll get started on my first little bit of writing here. I'll write for a little bit, then I'll probably read for a little bit. We'll see what the vibes end up being. But yeah, let's get into it. I was debating so heavily whether to put in my contacts or to keep my glasses on. Because like I kind of don't like the shine on the glasses, but I don't want to deal with my contacts today because sometimes my eyes get so dry. Because I have 3 cats, but I'm allergic to cats. So sometimes my allergies make my contacts annoying. And I didn't feel like dealing with them today. But also that means no makeup, so you guys are gonna have to take me fresh-faced. Alright, let me explain to you where I'm at in the writing process and what I'm doing, right? So, midway through last year, like it was like July, I had finished my first draft of this book. And I waited, because I've heard this writing advice from several people, but most famously from Stephen King. And it's to wait at least a couple weeks to a couple months before you start working on editing your book so it has time to sit, and when you reread it, you're reading it with fresh eyes, that sort of thing. And while I was letting it sit, I realized a better path for the story to take than what I originally had written. And so I am going through and basically rewriting a majority of the book. Now, there's still a lot of things, especially from the beginning, that are staying the same. But on top of that, I feel like I've also been taking and like consuming a lot of content focused on writing and like writing craft videos and writing craft retreats and that kind of stuff. And I feel like I have a better understanding of what makes a good story too, which helped with me learning how like the better path for my story. And I'm currently working on chapter 6, right? Because again, the entire trajectory of the story needs to change. There is so much rewriting that needs done. It's almost overwhelming if I wasn't so excited for what this book could be. And I won't get into what the storyline is, because I hope to publish this eventually, and I want it to be a surprise for all of you when I officially announce it. I've talked about it a little bit here and there. If you want to go scour my page for when I talked about it last, feel free. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on, is I really want to make good progress rewriting these sections, because these are the small rewrites right now, like readjusting the trajectory so I can go on this new path. The main rewriting is going to be at the middle section of this book. So anyway, let me get started. Finished editing chapter 6, or mostly rewriting chapter 6. I think I overall like the way it is right now. It's probably definitely when I go through the next few rounds of edits, I'm going to refine like character stuff. But for now, my most important goal is getting the sections rewritten that need rewritten so that I can then actually look at my characters, my story structure, all of that, and give it any changes it needs after I know what the story is doing, you know? I want to see the full story, and then I want to be able to, like, read it front to back, noting everything I want to change, and then go back and edit it. But we'll see. There's definitely going to be so many rounds of editing with this book. But for now, I'm going to be switching back over to reading for a little bit. My friend and I are buddy reading His Black Tongue, which is like a religious horror. We didn't know it was going to be a series of short stories. Honestly, neither of us are liking it that much, but I only have 2 hours left. Well, technically 2 hours and 16-ish minutes. So I'm going to spend some time reading this. I want to finish it and be done with it. So yeah, and potentially I'll go back to writing after that. Maybe for a little bit, or if I don't, I will be switching to Cruel Prince and be reading Cruel Prince for a little bit, because this is a different buddy read with a different friend, and I need to get further into it. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to reading. I was watching YouTube videos while I was reading, like having them on as background noise, and one of the ones is someone brainstorming book ideas, and it actually gave me inspiration. So I paused my reading, and I'm actually going to be working on brainstorming a different book for just a little bit. I just want to follow what they do for brainstorming to see how it is, because I've been working on brainstorming this book here and there. Obviously my goal is to finish the book I'm working on. However, it is fun to take a break from that book and focus on one of these other books that I have loaded up in my arsenal for once I actually get going, you know? And this one is one really close to my heart, so I am especially fond of this one. I won't go more into detail than that, but I'm going to work on brainstorming and setting up this book a little bit. I already have brainstormed this book quite a bit, but now it's more putting them into, like, more actionable portions to look at, like actually defining what my conflict is and, like, what my, like, rising action and falling action is going to look like, all of that fun stuff. So, yeah. This book is low-key so painful. I am not enjoying this author's short stories overall. I probably would have DNF'd if it wasn't for the fact that I am buddy reading this with my friend. I want to stop reading it so badly. I literally have only made it, let's see, an hour and 23 minutes are left. Because I kept on stopping because, man, my brain did not want to focus on reading this, not at all. So we're going to take a little break from that, and I'm going to write in my journal for a little bit, just kind of about the last few days, and then, you know what, maybe I'll take a nap, and a nice little nap to recharge before doing another session on my book. Or, the other option I could potentially do as well, sorry, excuse me, reaching off camera, but I also could read a bit of my intuitive editing book too. This has been incredibly helpful for getting, like, thinking about what kind of edits are going to need to be made. Right now the chapter I'm on is focusing on character and, like, how to create a good character, how to make sure your characters are hitting beats that'll make them likable, all of that fun stuff. And even though I'm not working on this exact level of editing yet, because, again, like I said, I'm rewriting most of my book, it is nice to start thinking about, because I not only can start thinking about it as I'm rewriting my current book, but it gives me in the space to be thinking about these things as I work on future books as well. Again, the one that you saw me brainstorming earlier was, you know, that it was a great example, because I actually didn't brainstorm my current work in progress at all. I was just like, here's the rough idea of what I wanted to do, and I just went for it. And that's probably why I've been working on this same book for 3 years. And I made the mistakes lots of people make when they first start writing. I was going back, like, I was writing chapters and then going back and editing, and that slowed me down so significantly. There's a few times where I would write a few chapters and then I would go back and edit them to make sure they all flowed together correctly. And that was not how I should have been doing things, to be honest. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna write my journal. I'm gonna take a break, a little mental health break. Again, might nap, might do something else, I don't know. And then I'll get back to you with whatever activity I decide to do. Good morning. It is the next day. I did end up finishing the buddy read, which was my main goal. So great on that. I have already started writing this morning, and I forgot to film the beginning of it, but I did start writing the next chapter, or like start editing, I guess, the next chapter. And I've gotten through the first half, where it was just stuff that I was like slightly editing to change the new series of events that are taking place in my story. But now I'm going to be heading into writing some new scenes to pad out this, again, new start that I have with my book. The scenes that I'm working on, I think, are going to be really important for showing more of who my protagonist is, like outside of what her current life looks like, more so what her life used to look like, her relationship with her family, which I feel like you can tell a lot about people based on what their relationships with their family looks like. And I definitely have that kind of a little bit stressful, really important dynamic that I have to then build into my story now. But, I want to at least finish another chapter today. And that will be mostly the writing new stuff, which is always fun. You know, I feel like editing can be fun, but I feel like the real fun is writing new stuff and making up new stuff. So I'm excited for the work we're going to be putting in today. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, also, some other minor goals I have today is I want to make a good dent into this one, because this is the buddy read book with my friend Rachel, and I want to potentially finish Good Girl Bad Blood today too, because I'm halfway through, and I definitely think I could finish half of, like, the other half of this book today. I feel like it's not that much, but we'll have to wait and see, because I do want to start breaking into my buddy read with my friend, because she's ahead of me now, and I need to get caught up with her. So, yeah, those are some of the other goals, and on top of that, there's a few chores that I want to get done today, too, that I will not be recording myself doing, because I'm not going to record myself doing dishes. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. Fallen into the trap again, where I ended up having the urge to work on brainstorming the other book idea that I'm currently working on, instead of writing and editing the one I already have. But I have made some good progress, not project. I've made some good progress with this one today, actually. Because I hadn't fully decided on character names yet, and I finally got the main few characters, like the main cast of the story. I have a few of their names figured out now, like the FMC, the MMC. Those two, I've got an idea for one of the main characters' friends. I have a name for now, and I have better outlined my first chapter. I think that when I was writing the very first book, the one I'm working on now, that's another mistake I made, is I didn't plan anything. I went into it completely, like, I just think this is how it's supposed to work, and this is what I'm going for. And I think that it did mess me up in the end, because I didn't think about how the story flowed. I wasn't thinking about what the plot would actually look like, and that was on me. You know, that was my bad. That was my mistake as a new author. I am trying outlining at least as much as I can before I start writing, because I feel like if I know where I'm going, Or if I get trapped, like, not knowing what I want to write next, I at least have an outline that I can refer back to, so I can at least go on track. Though that being said, I'm not doing any real writing with this book yet. It's mostly in the planning stages, but I am happy with what I've planned so far. I'm going to take a break to read, maybe freshen up my hair and stuff, and maybe make some TikTok videos, because I still haven't made my TikTok videos for the week, so I might take a break and do that, and start reading the books I want to read today. And yeah, I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Everybody, it is later. A day later. I forgot to close out the video at the end of the day yesterday. I want to give you a bit of an update of what you just saw. And so I did stop in the middle of the day. I did some of my spiritual practices, and then I read. I finished the book club book I was reading with my friend. I finished that the day before. And I had finished Good Girl, Bad Blood, the other book I was reading, which was fantastic. I felt very accomplished, even though I didn't get back to writing. I've been wanting to, at least one day every single weekend, do what, like, this video was about, which is treat my, my one day of my 2-day weekend as if I was an author. Because I want to manifest that shit. And it helps me, like, really focus on working. And even though this video itself wasn't extremely helpful or anything, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed this process, and let me know if you want to see more writing vlogs. I think it was a lot of fun to do this, and it was kind of fun to give you a little sneak peek in my life. And yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave your comment down below if you're a writer, or if you, again, you want to see more writing vlogs in general. I'd be happy to give. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Goodbye.